How do we deal with being free to avoid vaccines if we choose? How do we avoid public schools? And how do we avoid this excessive taxation?
Okay, and I've thought a lot about this because, to turn a switch and reverse it, it's not going to be very easy. So the goal always has to be that you have to allow competition. You have to get rid of the mandate. So Obamacare was really wicked, but the worst part was the mandate, forcing everybody into it. And that's the way with schools. Actually, we've improved ourselves with homeschooling. I mean, it was worse in the early 80s, and it's better, but that doesn't mean we're home free. There's always going to be competition. So yes, if you're determined to raise your kids outside the government schools, you're able to. And even though you pay twice, you pay your taxes for school and then you pay for the private school, but the private education, homeschooling education is so much less that you can survive that. So the most important thing to protect the transition is protecting your right to compete. Money is the one thing that we worked on, competing currencies. The bills that I had on there is no sales tax and no capital gains tax, so you wouldn't have to worry about it. And now recently we've had two, with the Campaign for Liberty that I work on, we helped to get it passed. I think it was in Arizona and Wyoming, where it's recognized that gold and silver would not be taxed as money. It's ridiculous. If you decide to use American gold coins and American silver coins, you're a criminal because you get hauled in by the IRS, and then they say, well, if you have silver coins and you spend it, well, it's worth instead of $20, $25. Oh, you have to pay a capital gains tax. No, you have to protect the right to compete with the government, and there is a bit of that. Now, did you mention inoculations?
Yes.
Yeah, that's another one. It's tougher and it's getting harder on that, but people can get around it, but it is very difficult. But it should be recognized. We need more people educated to the danger, without saying that we're going to pass a law and nobody's ever allowed to take a vaccine again. That would be ridiculous. But it should mean that if you're going to raise your kids and you understand there could be some danger, the child can't make the decision. It's your responsibility. But, you hear about parents going to prison, for this, for not going along with inoculation. That is similar to the tax. The government owns us, and on vaccines, the government owns the kids. And that's why, even though there is no draft now, I'm always fighting to get rid of the registration of the draft. That means the government owns us. Yeah, we don't need you today, but tomorrow we might when we own you. So it's always that message. So we always have to go after that and give them a different message.